Hey everybody, Greg here, coming to you with another episode of Greg's Bonsai. And we're kind of going back to what started the channel, which would be these two Japanese red maples. This was one of the first videos that I recorded for the channel, and I just have not had a chance to come back to these. But now that we're hitting almost fall, we're at the beginning of October now. And the last time I showcased these guys on my channel, like I said, beginning of the channel was probably mid to late July. So I wanted to come back and just kind of showcase these guys and put them together in the same video, because as you can see, not a whole lot to see on these two specimens. They did lose a lot of their leaves early on, probably right after I did the video. They did grow a little bit. If you can see, they probably grew here and here, but they had their leaves and then they kind of fell off. They kind of curled up, kind of like what this guy's doing right here. They curled up and just subsequently came off. But and just even like this guy up here, if it wants to focus. There we go. So just kind of had that leaf curl. The good news is that, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see this, but right there and all the way up on both of these guys are red buds showing off. So that'll be really nice here once we hit spring. Looks like the energy is going in, and we're going to see a lot of leaves coming back here for the springtime. So this is my red Japanese red maples A and B that I had. I'm kind of wanting to call this guy, since he's got this little head here, I almost want to call him a dragon, but just because of the way the wings come out on here, and we got this little head with this arch, I think that's pretty cool. The other thing that I found interesting was these guys are both kind of just going and breaking to the left. Even though this guy, it's mainly because of a V coming off. This guy, it's just more of an angle. But found that kind of interesting. The soil has been pretty good. I up-potted these, I think, probably from the first video. I'd have to go back and check that and confirm. But they're in a little bit bigger pots than what I had originally had them in. They were in those smaller pots that I showed on a couple of my videos. Do have a little bit of moss growing in, and you can see some of the leaves. I did fertilize this rather not often, but often enough so that they could get their nutrients. This guy here is a little thicker than the guy on the left on the trunk, but I'm hoping to see that grow for next season. And I am really interested to see how these guys grow. The nice thing is that these base leaves, the first true leaves that came out for these guys, are still intact, and that's where the energy is coming in for most of this. This guy does have a little bit extra, but again, it did grow a little bit more, and it looks like we're gonna have something growing right here in the spring as well. So that is my two Japanese red maples. Like I said, these came out of my mother-in-law's tree. She had a whole forest worth of them growing underneath of them, and I just kind of pulled them out. These are the two that survived, and again, I was really scared that these guys were not going to survive. And that's kind of why I held off documenting them, because I thought these guys were going to die off and I wouldn't have any more to document from these. But it looks like they're standing strong. They're looking good, and I'm kind of excited to see what comes from them. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys have been growing any Japanese red maples, had any problems with it, if you've seen them grow like this, where they just kind of grow for a little bit and die off. I know I have a Japanese red maple that we planted about 8 years ago in our front yard, and I think it's probably around 10-11 years old total now. Like I said, we planted it 8 years ago. This is the first year I'm actually seeing seed pods grow on them, so that's kind of cool. And I'm hoping that we see natural dropping of leaves. We've had those leaf curls, like I said, like what this is here and here at the end of the season, and the leaves just don't fall off until midwinter. but I think we're going to start seeing more natural dropping of leaves and some actual color changing this year from it, which is really nice to see. I'm just hoping it doesn't take that long for trees of this size that I'm going to keep them small like that to do that. But this is, like I said, Japanese red maple A and B. This is about 3 months in, 4 months in. I mean, they started at the end of summer, I think, that I was showcasing these, but they're probably about 5-6 months old now. Hoping to see them really progress for next season once the spring hits and I can bring them out and have them really hit the sun. So any comments, questions, concerns about these guys, please let me know in the comment section below. If you did like this, make sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button with the little bell. Like I said, this is what started it all pretty much on my channel. So until next time, guys, take care.